There are lots of different newspapers available in Ireland, and people make choices about which newspaper they read and which articles they read.
The newspaper would usually be the Irish Independent. Articles, current affairs and sport.
Sometimes I would read the Irish Times, but mainly things like the Herald, some tabloids, things like that, just easier to read.
I'm the mother of a 4-year-old, so if they say a lifestyle article, maybe about childcare benefits or something like that.
Would always read the headlines first, as in what's happening, and then we'll go to the sports page after that.
Finding the articles you're interested in reading is easier if you know how newspapers are arranged. Journalist Suzanne Yarker explains.
So you usually get the hard news, which is the most important news that the newspaper wants you to read at the start. Then you'll get more lighter news, celebrity stories maybe in the middle. You might get the TV section in the middle as well. And then you'll have maybe features and maybe sport, and then the classified ads towards the back.
The space available for headlines is limited, so newspapers often choose shorter words which take up less room. For example, they may use mums instead of mothers, docs instead of doctors. They also leave words out, so instead of something like a 5-year-old boy takes a Mercedes on a joyride, we get boy 5 takes Merc on joyride.
Well, the headlines of a news story basically summarise what takes place in the story. So they're supposed to catch your attention. So they're usually written all caps, like an angry text message. So you're immediately drawn in. You read it, you kind of know what the story is about, so you can decide whether you want to read the story or you want to move on to another story that might catch your interest.
If you are interested about reading in the Middle East, for example, you can scan for particular keywords, looking out for words like Lebanon or Iran. If you're not looking for a particular article, you can just skim through the newspaper looking for pictures or words that catch your attention.
The most important information in a news article tends to be found in the first paragraph. That's where you get the who, what, where, when, why and how. And basically that is the story. Everything else is background information, so the next few paragraphs are all background.
The news story, Twister Terror, Freak Tornado Strikes Rural Community, answers some of these questions in its first 2 sentences. We find out who is involved, 2 young girls, when it happened, yesterday, what happened, a mini tornado, and where, on the outskirts of Ballysloe Village, County Tipperary. The information you get in the first few sentences will let you decide if you want to read the full article or just move on to another one.